Welcome to the He's Got Issues Marvel Comics Edition number 105.1. I'm John Cooney here to preview new Marvel Comics being released January 29, 2014, beginning alphabetically with Amazing Spider-Man, the movie adaptation number 1 of 2. Get ready for the Amazing Spider-Man 2 with an awesome adaptation of the web-slinger's latest hit film. Next, we've got Avengers Assemble number 23. Inhumanity tie-in. While tracking the toxic Dr. Covington, the education of Spider-Girl takes a horrific turn. She must hero under the tutelage of the curmudgeonly Avenger, Wolverine. The Inhuman that the Avengers seek has unique ability, one that, in the wrong hands, could change everything. Warren Ellis once again joins Kelly Sue DeConnick in a delightfully demented dance through the Avengers roster. We've also got Cataclysm, the Ultimate's Last Stand number 4 of 5. To save a universe, a hero must die. Next, we've got Guardians of the Galaxy number 11. Now, the trial of Jean Grey. The Guardians of the Galaxy get a reminder of Earth when they cross paths with the all-new X-Men during the trial of Jean Grey. When an alien race discovers that the original Jean Grey is back on Earth, they decide to hold her accountable for the acts of the Dark Phoenix, and it's up to the Guardians to help the X-Men save her. You won't want to miss the first encounter between two of the biggest franchises in the Marvel U. We've also got Inhumanity number 2. Was previously Inhumanity Medusa. Inhumanity tie-in. Nick Bradshaw joins the master of Inhumanity, Matt Fraction, for a tale of the Inhuman Queen. Medusa's kingdom is destroyed, her king is dead, and her people's population just increased exponentially. Everything is different. How can she possibly deal with it all? Next, we've got Marvel Universe Hulk and the Agents of S.M.A.S.H. number 4 of 4. The Hulks finally have a perfect life. Or do they? Wrong. They're trapped in a simulated paradise created by the Collector. Can they smash their way out and save the world? We've also got Miracleman number 2, Komoda. With one magic word, a long-forgotten legend lives again. Freelance reporter Michael Moran always knew he was meant for something more. Now a strange series of events leads him to reclaim his destiny, relive the groundbreaking 80s adventures that captured lightning in a bottle, or experience them for the first time in these digitally restored, fully relettered editions. Issue 2 includes material originally presented in Warrior number 1 through 5, plus bonus material. Next, we've got Night of the Living Deadpool number 2 of 4. Deadpool awakes from a food coma to find the zombie apocalypse has occurred. Can the merc with a mouth avoid becoming the merc in their mouths? Writer of Deadpool, Killa Cullen Bunn, brings us to one of Deadpool's darkest tales ever, and not just because it's in black and white and red. We've also got Revolutionary War, Knights of Pendragon number 1, part 3 of Revolutionary War. A corporate deep mining setup unearths an old Mystech base where magical cloning experiments have been taking place. What mysteries or monsters are waiting in Britain's subterranean bones? Featuring fan favorite Marvel UK characters Di Thomas, Pete Wisdom, and Union Jack. Next, we've got Superior Spider-Man number 26, Goblin Nation Prelude. The stage is set for the biggest Superior Spider-Man story of them all, and it starts here with the Goblin fight like no other, the Green Goblin versus the original Hobgoblin. Plus that thing that happened at the end of 25, that thing that raised all of those questions. You don't have to wait any longer. You'll get the answers this issue. Honest. We've also got Thor God of Thunder number 18, a tale of young Thor in the age of the Vikings. Here be a dragon. Nuff said. Next, we've got Thunderbolts number 21, No Mercy Part 2. Ghost Rider joins the Thunderbolts. General Ross's Thunderbolts were brought together to clean up problems no one else could. But what about when the problem is on the team? The seemingly all-powerful madwoman called Mercy has gone too far, slaughtering innocent people to fulfill her twisted mission of mercy. Who can the team turn to help take down this powerhouse? How about Johnny Blaze, the original Ghost Rider? Can he save the team before it all goes to hell? Or will he lead them there? Next, we've got Uncanny Avengers number 16, the main event, Thor vs. Uriel. Feral and vengeful after the death of a teammate, Thor is a mad god out for blood. The heroes of Earth rally to stop the unimaginable evil the twins have released. In order to stop the twins, the Wasp must do something that will curse her evermore. We've also got Uncanny X-Force number 17, Vendetta Part 4. Classic X-Force villain Strife has returned, and he's eager to exact his revenge on the man who left him broken and adrift in the time stream, Cable. As Strife's plan comes to bear, Hope is brought face to face with Bishop, the man who crusaded across centuries in a mission to exterminate her. But this time around she's ready to retaliate, and they'll hold nothing back as they race to destroy one another. Don't miss this no-holds-barred knockdown drag-out X-Force event, because when the dust settles, only one X-Force team will be left standing. And we've got X-Men Legacy number 23, War and Death, Nations Turning Against Nations. The demonic shade of the deceased Professor Xavier that has been plaguing Legion's psyche has escaped into the real world. What price will Legion pay to stop him from raising the Earth? And prophesied to stop Legion and imbued with the power she needs to do so, will young X-Man Blindfold take matters into her own hands and extinguish her first love? One thing's for sure, as this groundbreaking series races to its conclusion, anything is possible. Out in trades this week, we've got Cable and X-Force Volume 3, This Won't End Well trade paperback. As tensions rise between Cable's X-Force and the Uncanny Avengers, Cable's precognitive visions grow increasingly relentless. X-Force must race against the clock to stop each terrible vision from coming true. But what happens if they fail? As the stakes grow higher, Domino and Colossus team up for the heist of the century, but their mounting feelings for one another might keep them from pulling off the mission. And when Cable and Havoc come face to face, can Cable convince his uncle his cause is just? Elsewhere, Hope embarks upon a futuristic adventure with an unexpected mentor. Can she save her adopted father from the Uncanny Avengers and from himself? And in the wake of the tumultuous battle, what will be the future of Cable's X-Force? Collecting Cable and X-Force number 10 through 14. Next, we've got Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Angela hardcover, Premier Edition. Spinning out of the dramatic conclusion of Age of Ultron, dimensions collide and Heaven's most fearsome angel arrives and comes straight for the Guardians. Gamora, one of the galaxy's greatest warriors, holds a deadly secret that could bring down the entire team. And when Gamora battles Angela, the entire universe hangs in the balance. Then the galaxy's most mismatched heroes find themselves at a crossroads when the effects of infinity begin to rise. Can even the mysterious Angela's power help combat the fallout from Thanos' master plan? And what will it take for Star-Lord to betray the entire Marvel Universe? The biggest blockbuster hit of the year continues as critically acclaimed artist Sarah Pichelli and Francisco Francavilla climb aboard, and comics legend Neil Gaiman joins the team in this one-of-a-kind comic book event, collecting Guardians of the Galaxy number 4 through 8. We've also got Marvel Masterworks, the X-Men Volume 6 trade paperback. 1969, the X-Men, Marvel's poorest selling title, was in dire need of a shot in the arm. Enter Roy Thomas and Neil Adams, and readers witness one of the most amazing evolutions in Marvel history. These two titanic talents threw caution to the wind with sensational stories that brought the X-Men in sync with the thriving youth culture of the late 60s. Adams' lavish and dynamic visuals merged with Thomas's challenging and contemporary stories to create a comic book series that throbbed with the pulse of the times like none other. Thrilled to the introduction of mutant mainstay Havoc, the vampiric villain Sauron, the Mutates, and Sunfire, battles against the Living Pharaoh and the Sentinels, a classic team-up with Kazar and the Savage Land, and the return of Magneto and Professor X. Next, we've got Superior Carnage trade paperback. Locked away in an asylum, Carnage may finally be gone for good, but his fellow inmates have other plans. Can they successfully wake the monster? Or will this hideous experiment create the most powerful, dangerous, maniacal Carnage yet? A superior Carnage. After performing unspeakable acts in the name of science, the wizard releases Carnage into the world as his personal agent of evil. But can the new Frightful Four control its latest member? And lest you think we forgot, it's the moment you've been waiting for, Superior Carnage versus Superior Spider-Man, with enough blood and bluster to rival Sunday nights on HBO. Can the wizard pull one last trick out of his hat, or has Carnage been unleashed for good? It's a story so grotesquely gratifying you won't be able to look away. Collecting Superior Carnage number 1 through 5. We've also got Thunderbolts Volume 3 Infinity trade paperback. Infinity tie-in. The T-Bolt's new ongoing creative team bursts into action. While the Avengers are away, the Thunderbolts strike. Their goal is to strike hard and fast to take the entire New York City Mafia before anything goes wrong. But when Thanos' hordes come crashing down smack dab in the middle of the T-Bolt's mission, their perfect plan finds itself going right off the rails. And things get even worse when one of the Black Order sets their sights on the Red Leader. How will the Thunderbolts prevail against an overwhelming cosmic tide of infinity? Plus delve into the secrets of the most mysterious Thunderbolt, Mercy, collecting Thunderbolts number 13 through 18. Next, we've got Ultimate Comics Spider-Man by Brian Michael Bendis, Volume 5 hardcover, Premier Edition. Bombshell is back and young heroes are debuting all across the city, including Cloak and Dagger and Ultimate Power Pack. But can Miles continue being Spider-Man after everything that's happened, or will tragedy force him to quit? Cloak and Dagger try to bring him back into the superhero fold, but when Miles comes face to face with the evil of Roxxon, he makes his final decision. Roxxon created Venom, and because of Venom, Miles' mother died. Now Miles will unleash hell. But will even Cloak and Dagger, Bombshell, and Spider-Woman be enough to help him take Roxxon down? The first chapter in the Miles Morales saga ends with a bang as Miles discovers one of the big secrets of his origin, collecting Ultimate Comics Spider-Man number 23 through 28. And we've got Warlock by Jim Starlin, the complete collection trade paperback. At 70s Marvel, no one mastered the startling scope of the high-concept complexity of cosmic adventures like Jim Starlin, and his work on Adam Warlock set the tone for star-spanning spectacle that is considered a high-water mark to this day. Starlin evolved Warlock to the next level, imbuing the character with the inner demons of a man-god on the brink of insanity. Forced to confront an evil version of himself in the nihilistic menace Thanos, Warlock's conflicts weren't just knuckle-grinding throwdowns, they were epic existential struggles for his very soul. Featuring the first ever assembling of the Infinity Gems, the debuts of Gamora and Pip the Troll, and an all-out struggle to save the universe joined by the Avengers, Captain Marvel, and Spider-Man. Collecting Strange Tales number 178 through 181, Warlock number 9 through 15, Avengers Annual number 7, and Marvel 2-in-1 Annual number 2. Okay, so that's it for Marvel this week, but there's still plenty of other books out as well, so be sure to check out my YouTube channel at he'sgotissues.com to see both the DC and Indies videos for this week, as well as my featured video with the usual roundup of all my favorites for the week with a little more depth and insight than you get here. And if you like these videos, be sure to let me know by leaving a comment and subscribing. You can also follow He's Got Issues on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and Tumblr to see everything I'm reading as I read it. So until next week, I'm John Cooney, and I've got issues.